What's up everybody and welcome to the Switch Bit. Today I'm going to be doing my impressions video on over-the-top tower defense. So kick back, relax, tune into the tube and get ready for another Switch Bit review. So I am notoriously known for not liking tower defense games. I don't like most of them that I've played. Same reason that I don't like real-time strategy games. I just don't like being bombarded and feeling constantly overwhelmed, I guess. I don't know, because I really love other genres that do that to me, but I digress. There are a couple exceptions to that genre that I really liked, and that one was Defend Your Castle on the Wii, and I think that game was just very engaging. You were constantly having to actively use the pointer controls to like fling the dudes around and try to defend your castle, which was a pretty simplified game. I know that, but I really enjoyed it. And the other one was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles My Life as a Dark Lord, which was also a different take on the tower defense. You actually let the enemies come into your towers, and you had to use different types of enemy creatures as they progressed through the floors of your tower. So it was just a different take, and there was that constant progression and the well-known classes and all that kind of stuff that you'd expect from Final Fantasy. So SMG Studios reached out to people on Twitter with review codes, and it was a mystery game. I just decided to, hey, I'll give it a shot, and I had no idea what type of game it would be. I've never heard of over-the-top tower defense. But I really liked their other game for the Switch that I've played, and that's Death Squared. I liked its sense of humor, its art style, its simplicity. So I decided, to give it a go, and I'm actually really glad that I did. There's a lot to really like in the game. There's some stuff that I feel maybe could be done a little bit better, but for what it is, for the price point, I found it really engaging. So it kind of looks like your typical tower defense. You're defending a tower, you're placing down, turrets and all those kind of things that you get, every time you get to a new area, you get all these new contraptions that you can build. But you also have characters that are running around on the ground. You start off with an engineer, and then as you go, you unlock more characters. And those characters themselves can level up RPG style. And I think that's why I find it so engaging, because every single time I do a battle, not only am I trying to do it better and better, and I'm trying to get stars, so that I can get a better grade, but I'm trying to get more money so that I can purchase a better gun, for my character. You get skill points, there's skill trees to level up your characters, so then it really gives you a little bit more variety in how you approach it. Because if you're an engineer, you can buff your towers, you can fix them, but if you decide not to use the engineer, play as some other characters, then it really just kind of changes the way you play it. You got people that can target certain enemies to be attacked. You have just full-on brute force, and like I said, the whole time you're playing through, you're gaining money to improve your arsenal, you're gaining skill points and experience points. And I'm a sucker for the grind. I'm a sucker for RPG elements in games, and to me that's the really engaging part of this. I think everything else, as far as the actual placement of the towers and the enemies coming and all that kind of stuff, it seems to be pretty standard fare, but I don't have a lot of comparison to draw from, because like I said, I'm not a really big fan of that genre. Now, that being said, this game has all the humor that you would find in a game like Death Square that SMG Studios, is known for. Very kind of dry, witty humor. Some of it falls flat, but most of it hits pretty well. There's the one guy, the brute force guy, the warrior class, type dude. He sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's all tongue in cheek, and you'll click on him and he'll just be like blah, 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 just make this kind of gibberish noises that you'd expect Arnold Schwarzenegger to make. Sorry, that was a really bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Okay. But you get the idea. Pretty much every place that they could kind of add humor in there, in the text, in the story, in the enemy designs. I mean, there's all kinds of really wacky enemy designs, which I think is cool. The game does not take itself too seriously. It's over the top, not just in kind of the bombardment of enemies that come towards you. You know, you're destroying these enemies. There's giant teddy bears that walk towards you, and they're being blown into like guts, and you know, you can zoom in at any time and just see the bones, blood, and guts of these little cartoon characters that are everywhere. But it's also kind of over the top in weird, wacky, you know, enemy design choices, and you know, it's just I like to say it's fresh. I think that it came out on like mobile. I'm not sure when, you know. I don't know. I don't keep up with mobile stuff. I'm a Switch gamer. But to me, it's definitely a fresh take on the genre that I don't particularly enjoy, and that most people, I think, have probably found stale at this point. So, you know, kudos to them for finding a way to make that genre engaging to me, to make me compelled to play another round. Another thing that I like is that I can, you know, I of course want to get like up to 3 stars, but you can go back and replay to get more money, to get more experience. I was kind of struggling like pretty early on in the game, but then like, you know, 4 or 5 rounds later, I went back to like the 2nd and 3rd levels and just demolished them, you know, because you're able to grind up and level up and get better gear. So, you know, it's really good for those people that like the grind, and I'm shamelessly for the grind. I don't even care. Like, some of my favorite games involve me grinding ad nauseum, and some people hate it. I love it, and this game's got a lot of it. If you want that, you know, if you enjoy that. I did find that, I don't know, the graphics are a little simplistic, but I get with that much stuff going on, you know, they kind of have to be. You may not like the humor. I don't know. Watch some videos, watch some gameplay of it. To me, I love it, just like I liked it in Death Squared. You know, I think it adds another element that makes it not, you know, super boring and, you know, mundane to play. I put this game up. 5 minutes later, I'm picking it up again. It's like, okay, one more round. And, you know, that's saying a lot, that it's pulled me away from some of the other games that I'm playing. So, like I said, kudos to them for making a fun game. I would recommend buying this. It's under $10 if you're into that genre. And even if you're not into the genre, like me, if you're into like RPG elements placed into games, you know, I think that it's a good buy as well. It was a surprise drop from SMG Studios. Evidently is one of the first games that they decided to make, from what they were saying. So I'm glad that it came here. I hope they bring more games, because what I've played from them has been high quality stuff to the eShop. You know, it's not shovelware crap. They have Super One More Jump too. I don't know if they have anything else, but Death Squared, if you haven't played that, play that too. Anyways, it's a cool game. Check it out. It's on the eShop as of today. And that is it for this Switch Bit review. Happy hunting, everybody. We'll see you next time.